Hello, this is Anna of Transformative Destinations. Happy 2019. This is a light language transmission and quantum light practice where we'll be focusing on dissolving patterns of unworthiness that may be unconscious in our system. I was discussing with some friends the law of attraction and how in the law of attraction, sometimes we will, in those teachings, we will learn how to create affirmations. How do we train the mind to think positive? How do we train the mind to attract positive experiences in our life? And sometimes we'll work on an affirmation for a long time and it just doesn't happen. It doesn't seem to come true. And that can be frustrating. And then we'll say, oh, the law of attraction doesn't work. This is all, woo-woo. What I have to do is work really hard and make it happen. And we go back to old patterns that we've tried in the past and really just haven't been sustainable. So we've been exploring what is it that comes up that blocks the law of attraction. And the information that's come forth is that we have patterns that are unconscious, patterns from our childhood, patterns that may have been established in a traumatic or emotional time in our lives where we just didn't have the tools to process. Maybe we were young, maybe we were in shock, maybe we were physically injured, and whatever the case, we just did not have the tools to process very strong emotions at the time. And remember, emotion is vibration. So that vibration is attracting, whether you are conscious or unconscious. So if you are consciously creating affirmations and intentions, but you have some kind of pattern of unworthiness or fear that is unconscious, vibrating underneath the surface, that unconscious pattern is going to be more powerful. It's because it's more charged. It's only more powerful because the emotion is stronger around it. And so that pattern of fear or unworthiness is what is going to be vibrating, that is what is going to attract the experience into your life. And so then what do we do? How do we unearth? We need to kind of excavate the unconscious mind so that these patterns can come forth for healing and to be made conscious. Because once we see the pattern, it has become conscious, and then it goes into a process. We'll go into a process. So in this light language transmission and quantum light practice, we're going to make it very simple. We're going to work on one thing to get started so that we can have a wonderful 2019 where all our resolutions are manifested. Our resolutions, our desires can begin to manifest. So the first pattern that we're going to take a look at is this energy of unworthiness. It is a feeling. Okay, so again, we're working with feelings. Vibration is feelings, and so this energy of unworthiness. So let me give you an example. Of course, in our culture, it's very important to be healthy, to be fit. And sometimes our appearance, we may look at our appearance and decide that we are not fit and that we don't like how we look. And so that brings up a feeling of maybe unworthiness, not good enough. We're comparing ourselves to others. We are shaming ourselves that we didn't do it right, or how could I be this way, and how could I let this happen, this kind of thing. And it could be, I'm just using this example because it's very common about our bodies, how we feel about our bodies. But of course, this can be applied to any situation, any issue that we may be challenged by. So what happens is that this very uncomfortable feeling comes up, and it's usually a self-judgment. And that is very, very uncomfortable. So the mind will immediately, so in an effort to not feel uncomfortable, to move out of that discomfort, the mind will come up with all kinds of ideas of how to fix this issue, how to fix this problem so that we don't have to feel like this anymore. So it will be like, okay, I'm going to go on this diet. I'm not going to eat any sugar for the rest of my life. I'm going to work out every day. I'm going to run 5 miles a day. And I'm going to then do yoga and bar class every night. And then I'm going to be completely strict keto diet and no carbs. And so the mind comes up with just this very ambitious plan. And many times we're able to do it. We're able to do it for a few weeks. The issue is that underneath all of that motivation is this feeling of unworthiness, this feeling of not being good enough, this feeling of being broken. And we think if we do this, if we do 15,000 things and we accomplish this and this and this, then we're going to feel okay. So the very exciting thing is that maybe we can feel okay. We can go from that uncomfortable feeling to feeling okay in about 2 seconds. And we don't have to go through all of this struggle and effort and intensity. We can do things that may be more effective, that are more sustainable, that make us feel good, that are nurturing and loving towards ourselves. And so that we're moving towards feeling good. We want to feel good. Any effort done as a way to punish ourselves into, getting in line and that type of thing is not sustainable. It makes us feel bad. So we're always going to rebel, and we're going to try and do something that's going to make us feel good. So let's just kind of allow that information to just integrate. Just let that sink in. That's a lot of information. And take a deep breath. And then breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And bring your attention to your heart. The heart area. This is the area of self-love. It's the heart chakra. So this is a very, very simple way to move out of self-judgment that is usually in the mind. It's usually a thought pattern of, I'm not good enough. I wish I wasn't this way. Why do I have to be this way? And my personal favorite, which is I've done everything and I'm still the same. I've tried this, I've tried that, and I don't change. I can't change. Okay, so those thoughts are creating suffering, and they are just thoughts. They're not the truth. They are thought patterns. They are tendencies in thinking that create suffering. So like I said, that can be changed in about 2 seconds. I can decide not to think that thought because that thought creates suffering. But I have to be aware of what I'm thinking. Okay, so let's take a deep breath. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out and focus on the heart area. Breathe into the heart. So I want you to see yourself as a child inside yourself. I want you to connect with that child. She could be about 3, or, just ask for an age. You can just ask for an age. And I'm seeing myself at 3 years old. And just be aware of what's going on around your child. And we're going to send that child love, because these patterns are established when we're very young. And it's not to blame anyone. It's just that sometimes our parents want us to do certain things, and sometimes we don't do it right. And we're very, very sensitive. And so many times we will absorb, we will get really down on ourselves. Maybe our parent was a little critical, or maybe our parent was stressed out and spoke to us harshly. And again, usually these things are not done on purpose. It's just what is. It's just, these are things that happen. And when we're sensitive, we may take that very, very personally, and we absorb that pattern. I'm seeing in my case, my parents just having a lot of stress, going through a lot with 3 young children, a lot going on that's stressful. And so maybe they were not as patient as they could have been. So again, it's not to blame anyone. It's just that energy becomes a pattern of maybe not feeling heard. I'm feeling ignored. I'm not feeling heard. I'm not feeling appreciated. I'm not feeling valued. I'm feeling invisible. Okay, so that feeling doesn't feel good. I feel less than. I don't feel very important. I don't feel honored. So these are these vibrations that are coming up. So I just kind of allow myself to feel these feelings. It's not personal. It wasn't done intentionally. It's just energy. So I just breathe it in. I don't run away from it. I don't try and push it away. Just breathe it in. Just allow it to be. Not feeling heard. Not feeling valued. And so at the same time as we're breathing this in, we're connecting with this vibration. So now we're going to bring forth a color. And color is used in the quantum light technology because different colors are different facets of light. Each color has a different quality, a different divine quality that can assist us in moving through these patterns. And what happens is that these patterns actually, when we no longer engage with them, they don't go away. We just stop engaging with these lower frequencies, and we just naturally then become more aligned with frequencies that are more beneficial, that are nurturing, that are validating. And so then we were just, as the lower frequencies, these patterns of that have created pain in our lives that were not processed, as those patterns are processed, then we just naturally gravitate towards energy streams that are more beneficial for us. And we do that by simply focusing on these rays of light And we just allow our whole energy field to be flooded with this beautiful light. And in this case, the light that is coming forth is a pink and gold. And I am seeing the beautiful goddess Quan Yin, the goddess of compassion. And her grace is so prevalent in this transmission because she works with us so much in helping us to value ourselves and to love ourselves and to be compassionate towards ourselves and these wounds that we have that have held us back because we've been unconscious of them. And so we have to do this work in a way that is very, very gentle and loving towards ourselves. That's the only way. If we are shaming ourselves, if we're judging ourselves, we can't do the work. We won't do it. It just goes back into the unconscious. So we're going to be like really gentle with ourselves. We allow these feelings to come forth. We breathe into them. We don't push them away. We just breathe into the heart. We allow. And then we call forth the high vibrational rays of light to come forth and be absorbed by our system. So I'm seeing this little girl of 3 years old being flooded with this beautiful vibration of pink and gold. Every cell is absorbing this beautiful light. And Quan Yin is offering a mantra, Om Mani Padme Om. Om Mani Padme Om. Om. Om Mani Padme Om. And you can repeat this mantra. This is her mantra. And you can remember that mantra. And the purpose of a mantra is to infuse the mind with divine sound. Divine sound. Infusing every cell of the mind with this sound. And with the light, which we can use color. And so we're calling forth this pink gold ray. It is the self-love ray. And we allow ourselves to absorb that. And we repeat the mantra in our mind. And using these tools, we move out of the pattern that is in the mind into the heart. So take a deep breath. Breathe out. And a light language transmission is coming forth. And light language is another tool that we use. These are sound vibrations. Again, they are meant to raise the vibration, to move out of the mind into the heart, so we're not trying to figure out what it may sound a little bit like a language, but they are simply sounds. And we just allow ourselves to absorb that if we choose. And you always have a choice. If it feels uncomfortable and you don't want to do it, that is completely fine. You can just turn this off. So you can always choose. You always choose what you allow into your system. And so this light language is about the power of choice. We have a choice where we choose to vibrate. We can allow an energy stream that no longer serves us to go dormant, and we can call forth a new vibration. that we'll play in that feels good, that is supportive. Sono konishini sinikisini sono shua. Sinikini shini seko sono korwana kini shinikisi sinikishi sokoro korwani kiniki horowaini kini shinikisi sokoro shinokowaki. Om Mane Padme Om. This is the mantra of Quan Yin, self-love, and the ray of love, which is a pink gold light. Visualize the pink gold light filling the entire center of the head and the throat area. Sudokwaini shinikisi. This is going to be a throat cleansing as well. Sudokunu shwaini kini shinikisi kasokorokunu kwainiki. Any obstructions in the throat and in the way that we express how we feel. Sudokunu shwaini kini shinikisi kasokorwana. And also being able to reach out to others and communicate at a deep level, at a soul level. So we're moving through all those feelings of invisibility, of not being valued. Sorakona shinakosuwa na kini shinikisi kasokorokuna kwainiki korowona waini ni shini sika sokorosono shikonowa naki hanakini ni shini poronai ni shini kini sokorokosokwana sinikini shini kasokorosokwana kini kishini kosokorwanaki Harawanaka ni kini shinikisi koskorokowa haranini ni ki shinikisi koskorowa naki. And I'm seeing the Venus ray. We're entering into the quantum light practice, and the Venus ray is the number code 2525, and this is for self-realization, that your gifts and talents come forth and become as uniquely developed as possible in the rest of this incarnation, that these gifts and talents come forward to support you. The Venus ray, 252525. Take a deep breath. And we'll just have a few moments of silence as we allow all these vibrations to integrate into the system. Calling forth the number 8, infinite choice. We have space. We have choice. When we move through these energies, we're no longer driven to respond and react out of fear or pain. We can have a choice. We can make choices in consciousness. The Venus beings of light are blessing us. I can just see these beautiful rose petals being showered upon us, bursting with this beautiful pink golden light. So then we move back to the heart area. Just breathe into the heart. And just feel a little bit more space there. And in the next few days, just observe yourself. If one of these thoughts come up, for example, I look in the mirror and I don't like the way I look. Okay? I will have a choice. Do I go into, okay, I have to do 50 million, I have to go have plastic surgery, and then I have to have eyelash extensions, and then I have to go work out 3 times a day? Or the other choice would be to just move my consciousness to the heart. Take a deep breath. Feel these feelings. Become aware that these are just feelings that are passing through. They come and they go. Sometimes I feel fantastic. Other days I feel less so. Neither is the truth. Take a deep breath. Focus on the heart, my divine essence, my divine source. And then allow that beautiful pink golden light to arise from the heart and expand throughout my whole body, filling every cell of my body. With light, with love, with the truth that I am a being of light, that the divine presence lives inside of me. So I just allow myself to feel that grace, that beauty, that divine presence. And then from this place, I can be inspired. I can take action that is more effective, action that is sustainable, that is founded, that has the foundation of self-love, that is founded in the truth that I'm a being of light, that I am a divine being. Take a deep breath. Release all those patterns that no longer serve us back into the oneness. We just allow those patterns to go back into the oneness, back into the wholeness, back into dormancy. And then we access new vibrations of being worthy, of being divine, of being at the right place at the right time, of patience for my growth process, compassion for the areas of my life that may not be where I want them to be right now. So I just allow myself to have that with love. Om Mani Padme Om. Om Mani Padme Om. Om Mani Padme Om. Thank you, thank you, thank you to Quan Yin, the divine presence that joined us in this transmission today. Thank you. And just allow yourself to bask in these energies. Allow yourself to integrate. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is Anna at Transformative Destinations, and I wish you the most beautiful 2019.